tonight we're asking, what does it really take to keep our kids safe? We brought in a group of teens from across the metro and asked them, do they feel safe at school?
Well, school shootings are just a fact of life for these students, and they are resigned and prepared to be caught in the crossfire.
You're not going to be totally focused on your schoolwork if you're trying to sit there and figure out escape routes.
Maya Contreras, a South High School senior, told us when she walks into a classroom, she checks the cabinet doors to see if maybe that would be a place she could hide in case of a shooting at school.
You can't walk in and not know the layout of the school. And it's not even just in school, it's in Walmart, in the mall. I have to know where the exits are.
It's an unfair, exhausting routine that also includes trying to figure out who the next shooter will be. Can you imagine?
Like something as small as looking at people who's next to their backpack.
I see more who separates themselves, who hangs out by themselves, who people don't like, who people won't talk to.
Whenever I see someone like sitting alone, like you kind of, I think I'm like fairly extroverted, so you like want to like be kind to them because again, like you never know who's gonna do it.
As soon as I get additional information, you guys will have everything.
Even lockout drills designed to make students feel safer are a source of stress, and not for the reason you might expect. Joshua Duran, a senior at Dr. Martin Luther King Early College in Denver, worries potential school shooters are using these drills as intel to plan their attack.
Now it feels like, why are we sitting here learning this when the shooter could be inside the classroom with me learning the same thing? So it's crazy.
So what do we do? We asked the students about some of the most common solutions the grown-ups keep recommending.
Armed teachers, armed staff, would that go at all to make you feel?
Why?
We need to solve the issue from the root first, especially because during this time we all look to our teachers. They have to stay strong and act normal so we don't freak out more than we are. And I think that's a hard part for being the teacher because they're just as scared as we are.
What about school resource officers?
Officers on the street, that doesn't make me feel safe at all. Having somebody in my school walking around with a gun, handcuffs, or pepper spray or something like that, that also doesn't make me feel safe anyways. Like, they can misinterpret any action that you have or just have their own like personal thoughts and like biases on them that makes me very uncomfortable.
They're gonna see me as a threat more than like a white person like just walking around, you know, like going to class. Like I could just like lift up my arm or dig in my pocket and they could put me in a mechanical restraint because that's able to happen in our schools.
Every student here agrees that it's not drills or guns or campus cops that will make their lives safer. This one has to be solved at its root, and that means accessible, appropriate mental health services. But the culture of counseling has to change first.
Counseling is like kind of taboo, like you said, and it's not very valued.
I think just generally we aren't equipped with the right counselors for us.
Having like counselors coming in and training students and having more of a youth-led thing because youth can relate to other youth rather than adults coming in and trying to teach the youth.
In another room nearby, parents were watching this discussion, shocked by what they heard.
I got to see that kids are actually concerned. Not about just their safety, but they are concerned about their friends' safety too.
There are so many issues that they are faced with. We are really in a crisis right now. And that's what I heard.
And we're sharing this entire conversation with you on our streaming apps for Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. I hope you'll watch and share with us what you think about growing up in the school shooting era.